Cursor just dropped their brand new CLI tool right after OpenAI released GPT-5. In this video, I'll show you how Cursor CLI puts AI directly inside of your terminal and how that might actually improve your dev workflow to be smoother, faster, and maybe even more fun. So what makes Cursor CLI different than Claude Code? Unlike Claude, Cursor actually lets you choose your own AI model. GPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever you like. And if tomorrow GPT-6 is out, you're going to have it in Cursor CLI. While with Claude, you're stuck with their model Claude Opus 4.1, which is good, but you don't have that flexibility. Now let's get Cursor CLI installed. It is really simple. You just run this curl command inside of your terminal and you're good to go. So I'm running this one. You can see everything is being installed and we just need to add this local bin to our path. I already done that. So you just run this echo, this command right here, and you run Cursor agent. Now here I'm currently logged in, but you're going to be asked here to log in to your own Cursor account, and you're just going to the browser, logging in, and you're back here, and you can start using your Cursor CLI agent. Now that it's installed, we can start using it right away. We can see here that it is using GPT-5, but we can change that. We can put here this hash for commands, and here we have model command, and we can choose GPT-5, Sonnet 4, and Opus 4.1. They're probably going to add all of the models. This is still in beta, so they're going to upgrade, and we can just choose any other model. I'm going to leave GPT-5 because it is brand new and I want to see it in action, and let's try it out. So we are inside of the 8BitCM project, and I'm going to put in the prompt to create a brand new gaming block. Think creatively and design something unique that doesn't exist yet, something that would add value or fun to the current set of gaming blocks. So let's see what is it going to create. This is a little bit like creative prompt. It's not something specific, so I'm really curious how is it going to handle this one. So let's run the project, pm dev, and here I'm going to open it in localhost 3000 on my local machine. So let's see what is it going to create. I'm going to get back here to the Cursor agent. So we can see that it is scanning the code base to locate how gaming blocks are defined. And we can see that it is adding the cheat code component. That is really interesting. And great thing about Cursor CLI is that we can always add a follow-up. So in the middle of thinking and him working, we can just add whatever we want to do. And we can see that he even added the shadcn registry part. So in the registry.json, that is really awesome. And he's adding here the JSON in the public R that should be run with the registry command. I'm not sure if that one is going to work. And now he's asking to run the git command. I'm going to allow him to do that. And he's now doing git status, git difference. So he's checking all the differences. And now what is here happening? He wants to push everything and to create a PR for this one. Okay, let's allow him to do this. So this is basically the whole feature. And I see he's trying to push it to main. Not push, actually, he's just committing. So we need to tell him that he needs to create a new branch because it's not allowed to merge directly to main. And now he's asking to do pm build. Okay, let's run it. And I'll just add a follow-up, create a new branch for this feature. And let's see if this one is going to work. If he's actually receiving it in like middle of thinking. So he's now generating again. Okay, so he's done. He created a feed cheat code block branch, and he's asking me if he wants to push the branch. Yes, okay, let's push it. So he's now going to push a new branch, and I'm going to tell him to create a PR if he can. So git push origin fit, yes, that one looks good, fit cheat code block, and create a PR. So he's gathering branch status different from main and recent commits to prepare a clear PR. Then he's going to open PR with a concise summary and test plan. So here we can see exactly what we need to do. We have a summary, add interactive cheat code, Konami sequence gaming block, wire into gaming showcase, register in local registry, and add remote installer JSON. Awesome. We have even screenshots for the demo. Is it possible? I don't know. I have to see this to believe it. Then we have the test plan, how to test everything. We could even ask him to write unit tests for this, but let's leave that for other video. And we have notes, no breaking changes, lint build pass locally. Okay, so we are running the command again. Let's create that PR. Okay, so he's done. Let's see. I tried to open a PR via GitHub CLI, but GH isn't installed. Okay, this is my bad. I need GH command in order for him to create the PR for us. So what we can do, we can just go to this URL and open the PR ourselves. Okay, but he's able to create a PR. That's important. And let's now actually test and see if he created a good thing. So we are going to the test plan, navigate to blocks, gaming, and type up, up, down, down. Okay. So we are going back and we are going to blocks, then here to gaming, and we have here our cheat code new component. So it is looking good. It is retro, but this start is not okay. So we need to start typing. I'm going to type in up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. So this one is actually working. B, A, and now I have to type in start. I don't know. I don't have now a gamepad, so I cannot put in start. So we can change this, but the important thing is that I can see he used here definitely the card from 8bitCN, and this one is, I think, the command. Let's check it out in code. Here is the code, and let's go to cheatcode.tsx. So this is completely new component created by CLI agent, and we can see that it used 8bitCN card and 8bitCN alert. Yeah, I said command. It is alert component actually. And we have this Konami sequence and all the things. It is looking perfect. It even added like class name and props. Same like for all other components, so it definitely followed all the best practices and it looked in other blocks and components. I only don't love this use effect right here, but I think this is needed because these components are actually imported to other projects, so it needs to work. And he needed to catch this listener somehow for our keyboard, but I would say that this is really powerful and it is really looking nice. Oh, I caught here one thing. He used here the native button and he should have used the 8bitCN, but I think that's because he created these buttons which are totally different. But that's okay. The important thing is that it created the whole feature from start to finish. It would even create that PR if I had that GH command. So how does this actually help us developers? You're probably thinking, isn't this the same like this agent right here that we have in the sidebar in our chat window in Cursor? And there is a difference between that and CLI. Here, when we type in something to create a new feature, we are basically blocked and we cannot use our cursor because it's constantly just changing the files, asking us to keep something, to delete something, to do a bunch of stuff. But here in the CLI, if we give it a task, it's going to work independently from us. So imagine this CLI as some kind of junior developer that you are using to build things that are boring, that are repetitive, like unit tests. That's like the main thing that is boring. Then some, for example, these blocks, components, and some things like this, we can just tell here, CLI, do this, while we are actually doing here some totally different things. And also, when we are changing here something, we can go back to the CLI and just say, just check the differences between the files now. Tell me if I'm going in the right way. Then go back here and he's going to answer it probably like in 15-20 seconds. Then we can get back and see if we are on the right track. In the end, it all comes down to one thing: productivity. Whether it's the CLI, the sidebar, or switching models, use whatever makes you faster, more comfortable, and more focused in your work. And don't worry about AI replacing us. Tools like Cursor CLI are here just to become the part of our workflow. Try Cursor CLI yourself. Tell me how it goes. And don't forget, join the mighty Horde. Subscribe.